Dental billing services is a client-facing full RCM service. We complete daily payment posting, daily claim submission, weekly claim follow-up of 30-plus day aging, and we also do benefit verification with direct data entry. Christine, I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I have a few questions for you. Would like to hear your feedback. Can you tell us a little bit about your practice?
Sure. Thank you for inviting me, Penny. So our practice is fairly large. We've grown over the last 5 years. We have 2,000 active patients. We have six ops, two hygienists, one doctor, nine employees. That's including the doctor and myself. We see about 25 to 40 patients a day, just depending on what is on the schedule. Obviously, the smaller the services, the more patients we can fit. Not necessarily that's the most productive day though. So our days they're busy. We're skating around here. So it's a busy practice and we're growing.
Oh, wow, that is amazing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, your daughter is a practicing dentist there?
She is. So
Oh,
she graduated about 8 years ago, and she acquired this practice. That she bought the practice, acquired all the patients, but it was a part-time practice. It had been in. Dr. Parker had been in practice for about 40 years, and he was slowing down, and he only saw patients about twice a week. So she had to build it up. So she had acquired patients, but of course, there were many that were inactive. So we had to figure out, how do we get these patients back to where they will be on a regular routine for preventative care and get them a healthy mouth.
wow, that's amazing. Can you tell me what services do you utilize with dental billing services?
So what we do is we utilize all the payment postings and also claim submissions and follow-up. We do our own verifications currently in the office at this time.
Is there anything that you do for your practice day that you're only able to do because of dental billing services?
I'm sorry, repeat that question.
Is there anything that you do for your practice today that you're only able to do because you utilize dental billing services?
Yes. So our biggest thing is communication and seeing the patient that's in front of us. And so by having you guys be our virtual team, because that's how we do refer to you as our virtual team, we are able to focus on the patients that are here in our office. We're able to spend more time just answering the questions in the front office. And they have clinical questions, but they also have financial questions as well. So we're able to give them that time and not have to worry about the batching and the posting and what we just walked away from and what we just left, because it is tedious work.
Yes, and I love that because we do like to think of ourselves as an extension of the office. So I do love to hear that.
You are,
What
and you have some
impact?
great girls that work,
Oh,
for
we
you.
do.
And so in fact, when there comes a time and someone parts ways, which I know that it does happen, it's hard. It's hard to lose them because we've become, friends, and we collaborate
Yeah.
so well. We communicate by email, daily, and we talk, a lot on the phone. So we learn about each other's families and things. So it's a good thing. And then we start the transition over with someone new, so it is hard.
Yes. Yes, it absolutely is. Can you tell me what impact dental billing services had on your day-to-day operations other than it allows you more patient time?
Patient time. So, the position of the posting the payments, and as you know, and the claim submissions and claim follow-ups, you have a team of people actually taking care of just our office, and that probably would require one full-time person in the office. That full-time person, they have benefits, and they are qualified for time off, and they get sick, and that becomes a problem because then someone else has to stop what they're doing, and typically it would be myself, and halt my job to pick up whatever slack. We found that was where we were at. That's why we actually called on you guys in 2020. So it just allows our day to flow. I know I have a peace of mind every day when I leave here because I know payments are being posted, claims are being submitted, claims are being followed up, and I have someone always to contact and communicate with on these issues when they do arise, or if something comes up. And I would like to think that the girls that work for you, that take care of our office, that they feel the same way, that they're able to get in touch with us. And of course the spreadsheet, is our way of communicating as well. But it just allows our days to flow better and for us to focus more on our patient care, and we don't have to worry about any of these responsibilities, job tasks being done, which are imminent for us to keep doors open. Because if claims are not filed properly, we're not getting paid, and if we don't get paid in a timely manner, then that affects our business overhead. So I know 24/7 you're there, and that's how I rest at nighttime.
That is so great to hear. That really is. How have we impacted your practice's financial health?
So as far as impacting, financially, I had written down a couple little notes here. I'm going to glance at them. So like our claims aging it has been as low as 12, 14 days. Right now it's currently at 18. And of course, so that's an average. And that's very good. So what happens with that is that, as you know, we have benchmarks to meet in a company, and we need to be paid. And so by having claims and collections and the turnaround time, 18 days, to me is remarkable, because I will be honest with you, our collections, we have a very good financial policy in-house, and we stick with it. Our girls are very good about implementing it, explaining it, and making sure our patients fully understand. Therefore, with that system and with the system that you guys have, our collection rate is very good. We stay in about the 97% of collections of what we produce. So we like to pat ourselves on the back for that, but it is definitely with your help as well.
Oh, we appreciate that. Can you describe a standout experience or a time when dental billing services where a team member went above and beyond your expectations?
So I would have to say that all the girls have been very good. There are a couple of them that stick out, and one of the girls that stuck out to me was Christine. We do have the same name, but there were some times that was some sticky times for us, as far as we were transitioning employees, some job, we were moving some girls around in the office, and she did a very good job in helping us with and patiently helping with some of that, of them understanding what exactly y'all did, and how to collaborate with it. And so she took that time, I think, out of her day, which really wasn't her responsibility. And so I would say that probably sticks out the most to me.
That's great to hear. What would you tell someone who's considering outsourcing their RCM or considering signing up with dental billing services?
So what I would say to them, if they asked me, I would say that it absolutely would help your front end run smoother, because your girls would not be worried about all the paperwork. They would not be worried about making sure that narratives and appeals and these things are actually done. Your company, you do that. You follow up on all of those things, and that you do a very good job in collaborating with us on a daily basis. Anything that is requested, we respond to it. So it just keeps our day-to-day claims collections just flowing in the right direction. And that's it and then not having to pay I mean, we obviously we're invested in you guys and what in your service that you provide, but we don't have to worry about paying the employment taxes. You don't have to worry about you calling and saying, "Hey, I'm going to be off and we're closed, and so you need to find somebody else." You do that, and so it's a 24/7. And to me, it's just a win-win. And I can't imagine an office that would be continuing to do this in their office as far as dealing with insurances day in and day out, because I do most of the time respond to the emails. And when there is an issue with maybe something, or I get on the phone with an insurance company, I'm about to pull my hair out when I'm done. So, of course, that doesn't look very appealing if I'm greeting a patient next. So it is definitely something that I highly recommend to any dental office, really any medical office. I don't know why anybody would really want to do that inside. I think that's something definitely outsourcing benefits the practice.
We appreciate that more than you know. And yes, absolutely. I agree with everything you said. Our team prides himself on our communication with our clients. We feel documentation is essentially key. So yes, totally agree with everything that you've said. Christine, I again would like to thank you for being a valued customer. You've been with us for nearly 5 years now, and we appreciate you. Thank you again so much for your time, for your feedback, and we really do look forward to our continued partnership with you.
Well, I thank you, Penny.